In a vast, empty field, there stood a single tree. It had stood there for many years, strong and tall, weathering storms and scorching summers. But deep inside, the tree felt empty, longing for something it couldn't quite name. It was the only tree for miles, surrounded by silence. The birds flew past it, the wind swept over it, but nothing stayed. And so, the tree grew lonely. The tree sways in a storm, its roots gripping the ground tightly. Lightning flashes in the distance. Over the years, the tree endured many storms. It bent but never broke, holding on to the earth beneath it. But even the strongest roots can feel weak when they stand alone for too long. It began to wonder, what is my purpose? Standing here alone. Who am I sheltering? Who am I helping? These questions echoed in its heart like the empty wind. One day, a young bird appeared. It was small and weary, its wings trembling from the long flight. It landed on the tree's branch, seeking shelter from the harsh wind. Bird softly said, "Thank you, tree, for letting me rest. It's so hard to find shelter out here." The tree was surprised. It had grown so used to silence that it almost didn't know how to react. But deep down, it felt a spark of warmth, a feeling it hadn't felt in years. Tree's thoughts to himself, "Stay as long as you need. My branches are strong enough for you." The bird stayed for a while, and as it did, it brought little seeds from distant places. It planted them in the soil around the tree's roots, one by one. The said bird, "You've helped me, now let me help you. These seeds will grow, and you won't be so alone." Days turned into months, and the seeds began to sprout. Tiny saplings grew near the tree, their delicate leaves trembling in the breeze. The tree spread its branches wide, shielding them from the harsh sun and fierce winds. Before long, the once barren field began to change. Birds came to nest, animals found shade, and life began to fill the emptiness. Years later, the once lonely tree stands in the heart of a lush forest. Sunlight streams through the canopy as birds sing, and animals play in the undergrowth. The tree was no longer alone. The saplings had grown into strong trees, forming a thriving forest. And the tree realized something it hadn't known before. Its strength wasn't just about standing tall. It was about helping others grow. Even the strongest tree needs others to truly thrive. Sometimes, what we think is loneliness is simply a chance to help others grow. And in doing so, we find our own purpose. Even the loneliest tree can create a forest. If this story inspired you, share it with someone who needs a little hope today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us next week for more uplifting stories like this.